Here are 50 amazing facts to blow your mind.
Part 10!
Being hungry causes serotonin levels to drop, causing a whirlwind of uncontrollable emotions including anxiety, stress, and anger, or as I like to call it, hangry.
On Monday, March 23rd, 2178, Pluto will complete its first full orbit since its original discovery in 1930.
There are more than 150 people cryo-frozen right now in hope that one day the technology will be invented to revive them, with over 1,000 registered to do the same upon their death.
Under extremely high pressure, peanut butter can be turned into diamonds.
After the movie Princess and the Frog came out, more than 50 children in the US were hospitalized with salmonella poisoning from kissing frogs.
Albert Einstein never wore socks.
In 2010, the Technical University of Munich built 4-story high slides to help students get to classes faster instead of taking the stairs.
A can of Diet Coke will float in water while a can of regular Coke sinks. Try it.
If you take any number and double it, add 6, divide it in half, and subtract the number that you started with, your answer is always 3.
Only 2% of the Earth's population has green eyes.
When Jackie Chan was 18, he got into a street fight with bikers where, shortly after, he noticed a piece of bone sticking out of his knuckle. He tried spending an entire day pushing it back in until he realized that it wasn't his bone, it was the other guy's tooth.
This crazy looking fish is called a white dragon ling-crowned beta.
In 1971, a man named Jean-Claude Ramond lied about passing important medical exams, where he continued crafting an elaborate lie until everyone he knew thought he was an actual medical doctor. He got away with it for 18 years until he eventually killed his entire family to avoid being revealed.
There's a small town in Oklahoma called OK, which is denoted as OK on maps. Okay? Okay.
In 1967, an orangutan named Fu Manchu repeatedly escaped from his cage at the Henry Dorley Zoo in Nebraska using a key that he fashioned out of a piece of wire. The reason that he kept getting away with it was because every time the zookeepers inspected him, he would hide the key in his mouth.
In 1984, upon introduction, Air Jordans were banned by the NBA. However, Michael Jordan wore them anyway, as Nike was willing to pay the $5,000 fine each time he stepped onto the court.
Zach Galifianakis was approached by Nike to be in their advertising after the success of The Hangover. During the conference call, he broke the ice by asking, "So do you guys still have 7-year-olds making your stuff?" And that was the end of that conversation.
The Statue of Liberty was originally meant to be a gift to the Egyptians from France, but when it was refused, it was given to America instead in honor of her centennial.
In France, a bakery, by law, has to make all of its bread that it sells from scratch in order to have the right to be called a bakery.
Vatican City is home to the world's only ATM that gives instructions in Latin.
In 2005, 110 people tied for the second prize in the Powerball lottery. Officials suspected cheating was involved, but discovered that the winners had all used the same lucky numbers of copies of the same fortune from fortune cookies.
In Denmark, fart control means speed check.
This is the famous Mayan temple water slide on Atlantis Paradise Islands in the Bahamas that features an almost completely vertical drop into an underwater tube surrounded by sharks. Awesome.
In Australia, there are trees that grow several different kinds of fruit known as fruit salad trees.
In 2009, a 10-year-old British girl named Zoe Pemberton tried to sell her grandmother on eBay because the little girl found her annoying and wanted to get rid of her.
The United States could cut its military budget by 80% and still have the largest military budget in the world.
The shortest presidency in the history of the world was by President Pedro Paredes of Mexico, who ruled for less than 1 hour on February 19th, 1913.
In 2013, Scottish scientists created a pizza that has 30% of your daily recommended nutrients. It can be eaten for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Thank you, Scottish scientists.
In 2006, artist Kim Graham and a group of 25 volunteers spent 15 days using entirely non-toxic recycled paper products to create a 3.7 meter tall papier-mâché tree doll.
A 20-ounce bottle of Mountain Dew contains the equivalent of about 22 packets of sugar.
This is the Skywalk on Tiananmen Mountain in China. It's a 61 meter long, 2.5 meter thick glass bridge that's so high up that it allows visitors to look down on the peaks of smaller mountains below.
In Moscow, stray dogs have learned to commute from the suburbs to the city, scavenge for food, then catch the train home in the evening. stray dogs.
The human brain has a negativity bias, causing us to continually look for bad news. It's an evolutionary trait that stemmed from early humans as a survival mechanism.
The smallest known reptile in the world is the Brachygia micra, which is so small it can stand on the head of a match.
In 2011, a 99-year-old Italian man named Antonio C. divorced his 96-year-old wife Rosa C. after finding secret love letters revealing that she had an affair in the 1940s.
We're all technically living about 80 milliseconds in the past because that's how long it takes our brains to process information.
In 2008, a 19-year-old from Somerset, England named George Garrett officially changed his name to, wait for it, Captain Fantastic, Faster Than Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, Wolverine, the Hulk, and the Flash combined. Wow.
In 1993, Dave Thomas, the founder of Wendy's, went back to high school to earn his GED decades after dropping out because he was worried kids may see his success as an excuse to also drop out of school.
In 1973, billionaire J. Paul Getty refused to pay a $17 million ransom for his kidnapped grandson. When the teenager's severed ear arrived, he agreed to pay $3 million, but actually only paid $2.2 million because that was the maximum amount that was tax deductible. Oh, and he lent the other $800K to his son on the condition that he pay it back with interest.
The average Game of Thrones episode costs $6 million to make. That's 2 to 3 times what a typical network or cable show costs per episode.
This unusual frog is the Atelopus varius, also known as the Costa Rican variable harlequin toad, or simply the clown frog, and is an endangered species.
Baboons in the wild have been known to kidnap puppies and raise them as pets.
This is the glass floor of the CN Tower in Toronto. I have been on it, and trust me, it's not pleasant if you're afraid of heights.
In 2005, a man named Ronald McDonald robbed a Wendy's in Manchester, England.
This is not a cartoon drawing of a Kleenex. It's a real sculpture by New Zealand artist Neil Dawson called Horizons.
In 1977, we received a radio signal from space that lasted 72 seconds and was dubbed the WOW signal. To this day, we still don't know from who or what it came from.
Socialist Karl Marx's final words before he died in 1883 were, "Go away, last words are for fools who haven't said enough."
According to lunar scientists, all the American flags still standing on the moon are likely completely white now due to radiation from the sun.
Una Chaplin, the actress who plays Talisa in the Game of Thrones, is actually Charlie Chaplin's granddaughter.
This is the 3Doodler. It's the world's first 3D printing pen that can draw in air.
And that's all for this video, guys. Big thanks to Rhett and Link for helping me out with this episode. If you want to check them out, click Rhett's face for the Rhett and Link channel, or click Link's face for the Good Mythical Morning channel.
Don't click too hard.
Choose wisely. If you enjoyed this video, please share it on Facebook and Twitter and give that like button a click, and I will see you all back here next Saturday with a brand new video.
We won't be in that one. You were probably
might.
disappointed anyway to see us, so you'll be like, what are those guys doing in the video? Don't let that happen again, Matt. Well, it's not gonna happen next Saturday, so you're welcome.
Get rid of them.
It's a one-time thing. Peace. Here are 50 amazing facts to blow your mind. Do it again. And that's it.
On Monday, March 23rd, 2178, Pluto will complete its first full orbit. First full orbit. Are they all this stuff?
A can of Diet Coke will float in water while a can of regular Coke sinks. Try it.
Only 2% of the Earth's only 2% of the Earth's it was given to America instead in honor of her centennial. In honor of her centennial.
Yeah, is it true?
Yeah. That's it. Beautiful.